Redditors who have actually won a lifetime supply of something. What was the supply you won and how long did it actually last? Won a lifetime supply of mini chocolate milk cartons during a milk day at school. Lol. If you opened a carton of milk and it mooed at you, you had to call the number on it and report that you have mooing milk. That was in 2007. I'm still getting milk shipped to me. Lol. My fiance drinks it because I've grown to hate milk. When a new tropical smoothie cafe location opened in our neighborhood, they ran a promotion for free smoothies for a year for the first 50 people in line on opening day. My husband made me stand in line for 3 hours before they opened. We were 24th and 25th in line. The free smoothies for a year was limited to one smoothie per week. Still, we each had 52 free smoothies. Not a bad deal. 18 years ago we won a lifetime of vet visits for my cat. They expected to give it to someone with an old pet, not a new kitten. The cat's still alive. The vet clinic has moved and rebranded 4 or 5 times, but they're still honoring the award. Edit. Lifetime of routine checkups. Treatments and operations still had to be covered by us. Not me, but a couple years ago my friend won Cedar Point's amusement park Halloween costume contest and received a lifelong annual pass. It's a special gold-colored pass and comes with a bunch of other perks. I am very jealous. Late to the party here, but when I was a little kid, my family and I happened to move to a new city, and the first or second night there we decided to try a new Chinese restaurant nearby. We didn't realize it was the inaugural evening, but there weren't very many costumers. Yet the owner of the table waited on us himself, and he was very sweet and friendly. Had just immigrated from China recently. He gave my family a free voucher to eat there for free for life, since we were one of the few people actually to show up at all that night. I remember it was a big golden ticket like Wonka. Sadly, the restaurant closed within a year. I always wonder how he's doing. My family was very poor back then and we would go there every month, which felt special. I'm sure it wasn't the greatest Chinese food in the world, but I still remember how the orange chicken tasted. My mom almost ate the white M&M that they promoted like 25 years ago. If you find it, send it in, you get a lifetime supply of M&Ms. They sent us a voucher pack that almost no store would take, but still managed to make it though the lifetime supply in about 1 month. Granted, there was 8 siblings. Prob for the best though. My grandparents were gifted a lifetime subscription to Reader's Digest as a wedding gift. They were offered that, or some other magazine that went out of business a decade later, so they made the right call. Being a frugal family, that subscription was utilized fully. After Grandma and Grandpa were done with each issue, it would be passed along to siblings and their kids with this little round robin thing they did, sharing photos and updates of what everyone was up to, passed along in a manila envelope, and when it came back to you, you remove your items and put new ones in. They had been together for 62 years when Grandpa died, but Rode honored the subscription an extra decade until Grandma passed. I forgot how much was paid for it, but I'm certain the gifter got their money's worth. I didn't really win it and it was only a year's supply. But I got a year's supply of Hot Pockets when I was 17 because I bit into a Hot Pocket that had no filling and I sent them an email pretending to be my mom complaining about it. To my surprise, they actually replied and sent me a golden coupon that was good for a year. I ate so many Hot Pockets that I hate them now and haven't had one since. I once worked a job that had me purchase Subway sandwiches for mobile working crews and let me keep the tickets, when you could fill the card up for free sandwiches. All the tickets were numbered and purchases valid. After 2 years I had enough tickets and receipts to redeem multiple sandwiches daily for at least 6 months if I wanted, and still accruing more. I started filling the cards and giving them to friends to eat a free lunch. Within 1 month, my friends and I were banned from every Subway in a 5-mile radius in Los Angeles. They put our pictures up on the wall and refused to honor the stamps, no matter who brought them in. Inside of another 2 years, Subway corporate canceled the stamps altogether and no one would accept them. I couldn't even give them away to a food bank or the homeless to get a free sandwich. Thanks Subway. There was an IATA a while ago where this guy had found some sort of coupon or weird little discount program at Subway, 99% sure it was Subway, that could be used like an unlimited number of times to get a sandwich for like half price or something like that. Not even too crazy, and he got a sandwich like once or twice a week, and at some point the owner of that franchise got mad at him and started telling him that he was gonna cause the store to go out of business by abusing that coupon, and he was like, but it's a valid coupon, it's fair game. He was NTA, but it was such a wild story, lol. I once waited out a McDonald's for the grand opening. The first 100 people got free fries for the year. I was number 3. It consisted of a box of 365 coupons for free medium fry. I think we gave away maybe 200 plus of them. It was maybe 13 to 14 years ago now. Not a lifetime supply, but I won a year supply of Chipotle entrees once. Came as a stack of 52 inches free burrito cards with a gilded farmer embossed on one side and a unique code on the other. At the time, they didn't limit what I put on these freebies or when I used them, so I gave away a lot to friends, family, and the occasional homeless guy, and told everyone to add guac and double meat and make the most of it. I did keep one as a memento, which I still think I should frame. My mother bought a Toyota Yaris years ago, and the dealership was running a Tires for Life promotion. She gets free tires whenever she needs them, but she has to do all of her maintenance work at the dealership, and the deal won't transfer if she sells the title. The dealership didn't run the promo for long, and she was told recently she's the only participant left from the promotion. I had a friend in college who won a lifetime supply of Gillette razors. They just sent him a crate of Mach 3 razors and refill cartridges, and that was that. It was just a one-time shipment, but it would be hard to get through that many razors in one lifetime. I won free full-body massages for life, which basically just translates to 2 massages a week. It was really good. I got addicted. I knew everyone who worked there, and I got to experiment with all of them to see which were the best. Ended up fluctuating between 3 different staff towards the end. They would even train new staff on me for free because I spent so much time over there. Those training massages never cost me anything either, or counted towards my 2 free massage a week limit. When the place closed down, I realized just how expensive massages were. I haven't had one in ages, and I miss it so bad. Lol, I'm just imagining that your parents just use the bad quality toilet paper but are like, honey, we have company coming, remember to leave out the good toilet paper, like it's fine china. I won the Cash for Life $1,000 a week lottery about 10 years ago. Every year I send them proof I'm still alive, and they send me a check for $52,000 in the mail. I won a lifetime supply of Oreos. It was actually just 1 pallet full of Oreos. Probably would last a normal person their whole life. It was like 1,000 pounds of Oreos. I gave away so many Oreos. Having a party. I'll bring a bunch of Oreos. Break room needs snacks. Oreos. I ended up donating like 400 pounds of Oreos to a shelter, just to get them out of my garage. Just for kicks, I called to inquire if lifetime meant my lifetime, and that I had finished off the pallet. They said the pallet would last a reasonable person their whole life. So, that was a bummer. But I think that's typically how those things work. Edit. To those saying to sue for more, the full pallet taking up garage space was more of a burden than the benefit of always having Oreos. I don't need it again. I bought not one, a lifetime membership to PureVPN. After just 5 years, they reneged on that and said, no, you only purchased 5 years. I showed them the receipt, and basically got, well, we don't honor that anymore, sorry. Thankfully I bought it through Stack Social, so when I reported that to them, they hooked me up with a different lifetime VPN provider instead. Screw paying monthly for something I barely use. My uncle gets free Ben & Jerry's for life. He's been friends with the actual Ben & Jerry's since before they opened the first shop. He has a card that says free ice cream for life, and he can get pints or ones at any scoop shop, at least locally. He also gets decks of free pint coupons that he can use at grocery stores and gas stations. When Unilever bought them out, they tried to buy back all the free ice cream for life cards. I guess it was a fairly generous offer because my uncle is one of only a few that chose to keep the card. Ben & Jerry's also originally used to make sure their CEO didn't earn more than 5 times the salary of the lowest paid worker. This was so that if the CEO got a pay rise, everyone would get one. Unilever scrapped that policy immediately when they took over Ben & Jerry's. When I bought my bicycle, The shop policy was that any new bike purchased included free tune-ups for life. Personally, I thought this was a great business move, because it got me back in the store regularly to redeem my tune-ups, kept my bike running smoothly, which kept me as an active cyclist. Active cyclist equals active customer, and I also would regularly buy parts, service beyond the tune-up when I was there. Which I was happy to do since I had a good relationship with the shop through this free tune-up deal. When the shop changed owners, they discontinued the tune-ups, even for people like me who had purchased their bike under these terms. I don't go there anymore. Not a lifetime supply, but my aunt won a 60-second haul at our local grocery store. Grab as much as you can in 60 seconds and it's yours. There's obviously rules and limitations: no meat, dairy, fresh goods. This woman took her arm and literally swiped out their entire aisle of coffee. She had a plan going in there, I guess was coffee, dog food, paper towels and TP. Which honestly, that's a good plan with the limits they had. Nobody in my family had to buy coffee for at least a year. We all survive off coffee in my family. Didn't win a lifetime's worth, but won a year's worth of non-perishable food. Every month we'd get 2 or 3 massive boxes filled with all sorts of non-perishable food. It lasted for about 9 months before something changed behind the scenes with the company. They got back in touch with us a few months after the year was up and told us we still had 3 months credit, so we told them to surprise us. This all happened years ago and we've still got some of it left. I won a lifetime supply of AA and AAA batteries from a major Canadian tech retailer about 20 years ago. Thing is, batteries last a long time and there really isn't that much that I use batteries for. Hypothetically, I could start a black market battery business by just getting my free batteries and selling them to people in need, but it's just not worth the time. Even getting the batteries isn't worth the time. I have to get them to type in my name in their system, and there's a note by my name indicated that I get free batteries because I won a contest 20 years ago. And then they run and get their manager to look at it, because that looks suspicious. And then the manager looks at it and then asks me questions, and then they finally relent and give me my free batteries.